HUNTDOWN was released last year on PC and console, where it actually got pretty damn decent reviews. However, I bet you didn't know that the game was initially designed to be played on mobile. I mean, if the 80s action platformer graphics and style didn't give that away, I don't know what will.
No shit, Sherlock!
Well, recently it was dropped where it was supposed to be, and fortunately very little has been lost to the port. HUNTDOWN takes place in a cyberpunk future, and you'll play as one of the 3 bounty hunters who make a living from kicking the doo-doo out of the bad guys. Each character has their own default pistol, which has infinite ammo, and a unique throwable item that gives them a little bit of personality, although the differences feel fairly minimal. You can pick from Anaconda, John Sawyer, or Moman. Yes, names were taken straight out of a James Bond movie.
Good evening, Moneypenny.
Where you will be battling your way through 20 levels unless you haven't paid for it, where you will only get the first few levels for free and swapping between many different guns along the way. Shotguns, a rocket launcher, an AK, or something more exotic like an electric guitar. Each weapon does its thing. I honestly hated the melee weapons, but the guns felt good. The gunplay is pretty standard, but the feel of the graphics and the old school 80s gameplay, I was still having a lot of fun. Judging the game by its retro aesthetic alone, when playing the game you might assume that HUNTDOWN is a run and gun shooter, but although it serves as a love letter to 80s gaming culture, the moment-to-moment action is far more modern in its offering. It still, however, has enemies that just appear out of seemingly nowhere, so it definitely has its quirks. It can get pretty chaotic when you're running away from a boss's special attack and an enemy just appears and knocks you down. That actually got quite annoying after a while. The controls are pretty decently spaced out and responsive, but I did find myself fat thumbing shoot or jump instead of slide, so if you have hands of a larger variety, whilst your missus might love it, ooh, this game does not. The dialogue brought me back to the old Streets of Rage days or watching some terrible 90s Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Is that supposed to be there?
Okay, I lied. Those movies were art. Given all that, I did have a lot of fun with the game. I could definitely see some of you old bastards like myself getting a kick out of the nostalgia alone. If you are interested, I'll leave a link for the game in the description and in the top comment. HUNTDOWN is available now on the App Store and Google Play. You can try the first few levels for free, as said earlier, and if you enjoy it, you can unlock the full game, but it will cost you $8.99. And that's all we have for HUNTDOWN. If you are enjoying and finding these short reviews useful, make sure to chuck a servant at the like button, clean your crowns, hit that sub button, and considering becoming part of the royal family by using that join button right next to the sub button for early access to my content. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.